What's going on, and welcome back to another gear review. And in this video we're going to be going over the Helikon Tex Urban Line Possum waist pack. Now this thing's going to cost you roughly around 35 bucks, but it's one of the best 35 bucks in my opinion that you can spend because of how multi-versatile this thing is, from an everyday carry or concealed carry and carrying a small pistol, as well as some items that you may want to carry in that configuration, to traveling and vacation and all the travel documents, passports, and items that you may want to have on hand with you. And then you can use this in a tactical application, whether you're law enforcement, military, or just a law-abiding citizen, for an admin pack, med pack, specialty pack, or you can make it all-encompassing and be able to address all of those. So throughout the video, I'm going to address a lot of those things and touch base on those, so that way you can see how multifunctional this pack really is and all the things that you can do with it. So with that, I'm going to dive right into it and talk about the exterior, work my way around to the backside, and then I'll open it up so that way you can see what it looks like on the interior as well. And then I'll throw a couple of items in there so that way you can see how much space you really have and what you can fit in here. So with that, jumping right into it, you have the front side of this with a little bit of Velcro. I think that's awesome for no matter what you have going on. You can throw no known allergies or allergy tags on there, plus a little medical cross, and then your blood type, to be able to have that pertinent information in the event of an injury. You can get that information conveyed. And then on the front pocket, you have just a small admin pocket. I would utilize this just for admin purposes, just because of how small and kind of tight it is. You can throw pens, pencils, paper, some small administrative documents, GRGs, mission information. You can throw a multi-tool in there as well. You can fit some initiating systems for that specialty purpose stuff, for like EOD dudes and breachers and all that. So you do have a little bit of space up here up front for that. On the sides of that, or on the sides of this pack, you do have these little molly loops. So you have two on each side, so you can add like small flashbang pouches or pistol mag pouches to that, to be able to carry some smaller items that you may want to carry, whether it's lights, magazines, specialty items for whatever you have going on. You have a little bit of space to be able to add to this and then take away from it as needed. So you do have some options which I think are really nice for the sides right here. So I mean, for me personally, I could run I could run smoke grenades and a multi-tool, or pistol mags, all of that, and be able to carry it in a configuration that would be advantageous for what I would have going on. So from there, you have your waist pack or waist pack strap, and this will actually completely disconnect from this, and I think that's super nice, because that way you can tuck it away in the back channel if you want to, or if you want to configure this in a way where you take these molly loops and tie it into your plate carrier. If you want to run it on a plate carrier, you can do that, and you may have to go and fabricate something with an alteration shop or a sew shop to be able to get that capability out of it, but it is an option nonetheless, to where you can set this up similar to the Haley Strategic Hanger or the Faro Concepts Dangler and tie that into your plate carrier. So you do have that option as well. It'll just unbuckle from one side, and then you can take this little metal clasp or hook and just unhook it from that side. Now, if you want to go the extra step, you can actually cut this entire buckle off, undo the stitching on this little piece right here, and then go buy another little metal hook and then tie that into this side, and then just take it to an alteration shops and have them alter it in that capacity. So that way it's just a little bit more low profile and easier to use, in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this one and the other one that I have as well. So on the back side, though, you have a small zipper pocket as well. So if you want to throw maps, additional GRGs, admin data, whatever else you want to throw in here, you can throw all of that in here as well, and then have that pocket specifically for that. And then you do have this channel on the back side. So like I said, you can take this little waist strap off and throw that back in there. What I found for specialty use is it's great for shock tube and being able to carry that around. So you just have to make sure it's nice and neat when you shove it in there, but it makes it really easy to employ that entire system if you're in a position that utilizes that stuff. So that's an option when it comes to that. You can also pass your gun belt through here, buckle it in, and then rotate this back over on top of that buckle, and then utilize it kind of in that fanny pack, waist pack configuration, and then utilize it for multiple purposes from there. I know a guy that has a larger version of this that he does that with, and it works really well when it comes down to it. So on the interior of this, you do have quite a bit of space. Whether you want to use this for everyday concealed carry, you can fit some smaller pistols in there, like the Glock 43, Glock 42, and some of those other smaller pistols that are at comparable size when it comes down to it, real easily. You can fit a Glock 19 in here. It is a little, in my opinion, a little bit tight, especially if you're trying to carry extra mags. So anything bigger than that and you're really running into some space issues, and you may want to upgrade to the larger version of this little waist pack. But with that, you can also run this as a med pack, and I'll show you that in a second, how you can configure that. But when it comes to the interior pockets, you do have a small little open pocket on the back side with these two smaller pockets as well. You have a little bit of elastic mesh, so if you want to run whatever you want inside of there and have that elastic tie down for like Gerbers and small tools and all of that, you do have that capability with those as well. So you do have some options when it comes to configuring things on the elastic stuff. Lights are another good one as well. And then you do have this mesh pocket right here as well that just unzips and opens up. It's a pretty small pocket. I've always ran like cables and small battery packs in that, just kind of for everyday use. And then if you want to isolate any other items, you can isolate that in there as well. So you have some options as far as the configuration goes. I know for tactical applications, dudes running ATACs and smartphones and all of that, it's nice to have those cablings, or all that cabling, and an extra battery pack, and then you can even throw your phone in there as well. So you have some options as far as configuration. Specifically though, when it comes to the med kit side of it and turn this into a med kit, you can just take a small food saver bag, vacuum sealed med kit, throw that in there, and just make sure that it doesn't really go over like 2 or 3 inches. Otherwise you can run into some space issues in fitting it in there. You can run a tourniquet in there as well, zip all of that up, and then run this as a med kit, and then still have the space for both administrative stuff and specialty stuff on the backside. So you have some options in configuring this in a way that's going to be very multifunctional and have everything that you may need for whatever you have going on. So you have some options when it comes down to it in the setup and configuration of this. I would highly recommend it just because it's nice to have something that has a lot of capability for both civilian use and then law enforcement and military use in those tactical applications. So with that, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. We'll answer any questions that you have. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.